Yeah, Lee, this is not your first time doing this. You actually fought before for Pro Project Promotions. Didn't get the win that night, but you're back again. Extra vengeance this time round?
No, I wouldn't say vengeance. I'd just say more experience. I think in the last one, I went out to try and land really heavy shots in the first round, and it just took it out of me, and it blew up. So my first ever fight that I'd been in, so it's learning from that. I had another one in Swansea as well, which I went out and won and done well in. So looking forward to getting back in, and even against Big Chris, who'll be a brilliant opponent for me, someone I've played against over the years. So it'll be nice to share the ring with him.
What surprised you the most about boxing in comparison to football? Obviously, professional footballer, you've got fitness in your own right in that sort of sport and that category. What's the difference with boxing, would you say?
I just think it's a completely different type of fitness, and especially football is a team sport. Boxing, you're in there on your own. So, in football, the ball can be up the other end of the pitch, and you can have a little relax. Where in boxing, you're either attacking or you're defending, so you're working all the time. And even though it's only 2-minute rounds, them rounds seem long, especially when you are tired as well. But I really enjoyed it, though. I enjoyed the one-on-one training. I enjoyed the battle of being in there with someone. And I think because in the first one, I never done what I thought I could. That's why I wanted to get back in, and it's great to be back invited on this show.
A lot of former footballers talk about the fact that once they leave football, they lose that structure and that training side of things. What did you find your experience was when you left football, and how good is it to have boxing to be able to help with that element?
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit different to a lot of the lads, because I've still played semi-professional, so I've still had that structure. Okay, I'm not in every single day with the team, but I would still train myself every day. So I had that structure where I was already fit, but then adding the boxing training onto that, that took me to a different level as well. Even like body shape changed and everything. And if I'm being honest, that was a massive part why I wanted to carry it on as well, because I enjoyed that side of it. But two completely different sports, but the boxing for me is a lot harder.
You mentioned there your transformation after that Project Pro Promotions event last time round. All the news outlets were picking up your body transformation and kind of running with it. What did you make of all the kind of feedback that you got from?
Yeah, it was great, because especially in football, when I go to away ground, I'd be getting chanted that I was fat in games. So for everyone to see me looking like that was unbelievable. It was just, for me, the fight was in October, so I got into that shape in winter rather than summer. So I'm hoping that this one will carry me through, and I'll have that summer body rather than having to keep me top on in winter.
Your football career, you were entertaining fans left, right and centre, pulled out all the sorts of tricks. Will we see any of that on fight night, any of that razzmatazz?
Nah, I think with the football, that's something that I've done all my life, and I feel very comfortable going onto a pitch and playing like that. You come into boxing, it's a completely different sport, so I'm not at that level to start showing that sort of technique yet. So it'll be more basics and hard work, but just thoroughly enjoying everything that I'm doing.
You spoke about the fact that you have faced Chris before in different circumstances on the pitch, not inside the ring. What's the build-up going to be like between the two of you?
Oh, I think the build-up will be great. I think there's a mutual respect straight away, just being footballers together. And, even though we've never played together, we played against each other a lot. But when you see each other, Chris was a forward, I was a forward, you would always stop and you would always have a chat. And as I say, just fair play to someone getting in the ring. We're both novices as well, even though Chris has had 2 fights I have. We're still novices in this sport, so there'll be nothing but respect for them, and hopefully that we can put a good show on the night.
We're going to ask everyone to look into the camera and give a message to their opponent. So what is your message to Chris ahead of fight night?
Into the camera?
Yes.
Chris, we've met each other on the pitch a few times. This is going to be completely different for us, getting in the ring, but I wish you all the best, mate, and I hope to see you soon.